recap, I guess, man. Last week we had Bell on the show. Was very dynamic. Looking forward to what we got going on. As well, we've been missing co-hosts for a while around this camp. My host has been in Jamaica. Luke's daughter's birthday is today, so I don't know how that's gonna go. So we all over here today, man. But we in the building. Hey Jess, is this cam right here up? What's up with this one? All right. Yeah, we all on one a little bit, man. But we just tapping in, easing into what's going on. Me personally, it's kind of like I tapped out the world for a minute. Sometimes you gotta, as much as you tune in, sometimes you gotta check out. You gotta dive into your own situation. So I've definitely unplugged from a lot of things, social media, been out the wave, been out the loop. So I've been on my research things prior to the show, but just getting back into the mindset of unplugging, man. You have to really take time to detach from the things that pull you away from your focus. And oftentimes it can be subtle gravitational pulls, whether it's us strolling uh, for countless hours or however long through our social media that distracts us, um, going to places that doesn't fuel our energy but takes away from it. So it's these type of things that we got to be mindful of, especially if you're trying to live in your purpose. So I've detached from a lot of situations. I don't go a lot of places because they don't fuel me. Oftentimes they take away from you. So we have to be mindful of protecting that energy. But today I wanted to get into is the continued effort of one the tornado relief that's going on, man. I want to be sure that we don't forget that it is a continued thing. It's a lot of people who suffered a tremendous loss and hasn't recovered fully from it. Displaced. We've had a lot of help with tiny homes being built and still being built for people. I salute my guy, Irion, who's doing his thing. Once again, those who can support the effort. I'm pretty sure there's many ways to find out how to get in contact with him, but definitely on Facebook, I know it's Prop Man Johnson. So get in contact. But I know we got a lot of back to school uh, situations going on. Either this weekend, there's been some. I know we have one over in the neighborhood in Walnut Park neighborhood. Salute to my guy Bud Mike Smith, man, over at Kicks and Cuts. Always doing it big for the kids, man. So I'm gonna be sure that I pull up, help out, donate to the cause, because that's what it takes. It takes a village. So we always trying to make sure we give back, man. And I commend him and a lot of other people who go unnamed. It's a lot of us, man. But salute, man, for your efforts. The kids definitely deserve it. So I have those locations. Uh, Information on my social media platform for y'all to pull up, man, and know where to go if you need to get you some school supplies. All right. But what else going on in the world, man? We got a lot of things. We got a lot of things going on in politics right now, right? Whereas, um, I know the the president is definitely still ducking the Epstein situation, right? But besides that factor, the Democrats were putting a stronghold down in Texas to block the passing of a bill that I think it definitely it's zoning, right? So just the way they're trying to do it is, I guess, remap some shit. The way that the power is distributed. So if all parties ain't there to do it, it's like you can't have a meeting with everybody not present. So they've been going through that whole situation. I got to get a better understanding exactly what's going on. Like I say, I've been detached a little bit, but I've definitely heard that that's been something major, man. If y'all know the situation, feel free to call in and give me the 411 515 515-599-1687. Again, that's 515-599-1687. But the whole thing is about, man, getting a true understanding on what's governing you. And I even been hearing about the 5 year thing going on with Trump. Say if you married, if you dating somebody for 5 years, you're married. So y'all better watch out who you laying up with, man. If you just laying, you laying up with motherfuckers for 5 years, you fuck around and find yourself married. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what state it pertains to exactly, or if it's a true thing or some TikTok misinformation. So, so I don't want to state it as fact, but that's what I heard. You dig? And I'm gonna give somebody a shameless plug, just because I see their advertisement in front of me, man. So why not? We're gonna give out cold cuts, like Tommy and Cole, but they also make sandwiches, I believe. So the cold cut experience by Kayla Cole. Reach out at her at 314-762-7203. Miss Kayla Cole, you just got a hell of a plug from a conversation with Perion. I'm gonna send you the invoice later. No, but no, gotta always be willing to support your people, man. You know, and it don't take nothing to support sometimes, man. It's just a second shout out, whether it's strolling through, reposting something that somebody shared, that if it's conducive or if it's an effort that they got going on, the event, share it, man. Share it to your network so everybody can grow. You know, sometimes we go hard on being deliberate haters. Like I don't get it. It's a lot of people who live in that space, man, who will see something you're doing, and instead of like a simple like, which people, me, I'm not gratified about the likes, but it meets the bottom line. Something sometimes when you building algorithms and trying to make a market off this social media thing, it definitely helps reach your bottom line. So in that regard, I do like the likes because it helps ensue what we got going on. But in general, I can give a fuck. But it's the whole thing about being supportive, man. If I see one of my friends got going on, come down my feed, you feel me? And if it's something that one that I would support, if if you one of my friends and you soliciting porn or some shit, I ain't with that. My bad. I ain't gonna share that on my site. But if you got something else going on that's conducive to what we do, man, I definitely support that. It don't take nothing but a quick second to share. So I always try to be mindful of that, man. And salute to everybody who be having things going on and shit. You feel me? Keep uh, going at your dream, man. Let your goals be your guide. Let it be your compass to keep you grounded and keep you dedicated to where you headed to. All right, so that's where we at with it, man. But we have Miss Rory Blaze who might chime in with us in about 30 minutes, about 10 minutes or so, I guess. I'm sorry. She's out in Atlanta, Georgia, doing her thing, man. Got her hit single "Throw It." Also, she's got a new feature with K Style as one of the twerk kings. Has been doing this thing for a while, so it's definitely a dynamic connection, and I'm very proud of her. I've been knowing Rory for about 5, 6 years, if not more now. I had her as a model back in the day for one of the Megan Thee Stallion events that I've done, the concert that we had with Megan Thee Stallion. But that's how we initially met. And just seeing her grow in her own right with music, her marketing skills are stellar. The way that she's able to galvanize support is phenomenal to me, and I'm always proud of her, man. So to see her doing a thing is definitely big. Um, and that's what this platform for, man. Is definitely to support our own. At the end of the day, we can, we can reach out to the celebrities and to the known celebrities, rather the big celebrities, because she's a celebrity in her own right, and she's definitely a rising star who I'll be privileged to say that I've known uh, soon. Right, I'm privileged to say I know her now, but even more so when she get into the stratosphere, I'd be like, that's my friend type shit. You feel me? But I say that to say that I'm definitely glad that we have a platform to support the local artists, local businesses, and give them something that they can broadcast in a national, global way through this internet platform that we have. So that's what it's about, man. And always feel free to advertise with us. If you have a business and you're looking for promotion or things like that, then hit us up, man. Uh, and get come have a business ensued interview with us, or get your promotion running through our feed and network while we're talking. However, but it's a great platform, man. And I'm always supporting those who support themselves. So that's what it's about. So I doubt if Luke coming in today. He got his daughter's birthday party today, so we doing that. I'll be heading out in a minute to go get ready for that myself. Again, Ashley probably still recovering from Jamaica or last night. I forgot. They had a party up at Neat last night. Big up to Ashley again, man. I wasn't able to make the party. I had all my channels and things screwed up. I really didn't know the party was last night until afterwards. But either way, um, big ups, man. I know she doing the thing somewhere, wherever she at. Hopefully, I see her later on today. But it's what it is. I'm waiting for somebody to tap in. Hopefully, we get Miss Rari to tap in. But if not, we're gonna keep it popping, right? Back to the cultural events. We got Diddy denied bail again, uh, which is not surprising. I don't know if the judge got a personal vendetta against him at this point. I don't know what the hell going on, but it seems a little unprecedented to deny him bail, at least for what he's being charged with at the present moment. Um, the most offensive charges has been dropped. He's literally in jail for being a John. So I'm confused. You know, I've never known a trick being denied bail. It's usually the pimp who's frowned upon in that regard. So it's a little turn of events. I'm sure he'll come out on top of it. He had a lawyer that I think is I don't know. I don't know if he got the brightest lawyer, man. It seems like he's always making public leaks and mistakes about certain things. On the Breakfast Club, they were just talking about how the lawyer was just announcing how Diddy couldn't wait to be performing back in Madison Square Garden, which was kind of putting the cart before the horse in certain instances, especially since he hasn't even been granted bail, nor has been sentences. He still have a sentencing trial to go to. So when you say these type of things, you can kind of rub some people the wrong way, and you don't never want to count your chickens before they hatch. Goddamn it. Because the judge, like I said, seems like he got it in for him. It's not going to be a smack on the back where Diddy's just going to get time served and let out, I don't think. I was thinking that beforehand, but I think it's going to be a little deeper than that now, man. Just checking the temperature in the room and him being constantly denied bail. I think from see the reality of the situation is we're human. So the judge, whether the guilty or innocent, however the outcome is, the judge was privileged to information, and that information can sway your opinion so that it's gonna make you determine an outcome that may not be favorable for Diddy. So I think that's what we may be faced with him being he probably was frowned upon the whole situation and just want to show him or let him know how he really feel about it, and that's what you call being goddamn human. And it's the realization of what you always got to deal with you when you put yourself in a position to be judged by others, even though you want to let the uh, let the matter be as truthful and unbiased as possible. It never will be. You dealing with humans. It's not algorithms that we just you go in court and they probably get to that point where everything is damn near just is AI. You got an AI judge. You got a fucking AI fucking jury that's computed to your local demographics understanding to be paired up with you. And I need to invent this shit as I'm talking about it. What you think, Jess? Think I got something going? I think I got something going on, dog. We're gonna get us an AI jury, you know what I'm saying? A fucking AI judge, And y'all heard it from me first, so we're gonna patent this goddamn interview right here, you know? And we gonna get us a whole system that can be unbiased for real, because what happens when you're dealing with humans, you're gonna get some bias. You're gonna get the human effect. It's not gonna be just numbers crunching. You're not the evidence ain't gonna be all that's presented, because emotions is equated into the system. And when you're dealing with emotions, you got to deal with it from a real standpoint. Everybody got him. So whether the jury said that he was innocent or not, the judge got feelings about it. So and his feelings about it can determine that sentence. It's gonna be the determining factor. Well, not can, it will determine. It will be the determining factor on how he get charged. So I don't know, man. I think there may be something to look into the future, man. To get us an unbiased approach to a lot of things, where emotions is not in the system, because oftentimes it plays a part and it becomes a detriment. Did we get anybody chiming in, just? I'm trying to see if Rari tapping in, but yeah, man. Now we what else we got going on, man? It's been a lot, man. Cause say I've been tapped off, but I still try to tap in a little bit locally. The potholes still fucked up in the city, so I'm wondering what's going on. I need to tap tap into the mayor and see what's going on. It's like the tornado put a whole lot of shit on pause for real, just to keep it real. But in truth, man, we definitely need to always be on top of our politicians to see what's going on with the efforts, see what where we stand, and what we need to get done. You know, the work that still needed to be done. So I'll be checking in with my alderwoman, Miss Pam Boyd, Miss Pamela Boyd. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Miss Boyd. She's always doing what she can to get things done. Sometimes the effort ain't fully, the vision ain't fully brought into fruition just because it takes other people. So I think it's our goal from here on out is to kind of build more support in a lot of regards. Hey, Jess, did we get somebody timing in? Uh, Hey, did you get? Is somebody chiming in on the? Did she try to come in through the email yet?
It should beep.
It beat. Oh, okay. She ain't tried then. If it ain't beat, I don't know.
Double check. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, there's nobody there.
Okay, okay.
If she comes on, it'll make the noise.
Make it okay. Fair deal. Well, yeah, man. So yeah, today. So I guess it's just one of them shows. It's a real conversation with Perion today, man. With just me, and that's always good. Yeah, you dig. Sometimes you gotta go through your own assessments, assess your day. So when I'm sitting here with no one here, I'm kind of talking out situations. You know, just speaking them out loud. In a lot of instances. I think that kind of get us through a lot of situations, man. But yeah, what else going on in the world, man? Chime in, hit that hotline up. Let's talk about it. 515-599-1687. Again, that's 515-599-1687. Talk your shit. I know last night we were out at I don't want to fuck it up. Eve's Hookah Bar off South Vanderbilt, I believe. It's the homegirl Mel birthday party. Salute to Mel. Shout out, big ups. Always love, man. She had the beautiful bunny themed party. There's a lot of cute bunnies in the room. Just gonna say that. But it was definitely a vibe, man. The Hugh Hefner vibe. My boys came in dressed as Hugh Hefner. Had a couple of people participate. So it's always good to do that, man. I came in kind of late, so I didn't get the memo about the dress code. Next time though, I'm gonna be in my P Hefner shit. You dig? But yeah, big ups to Mel, man. Big 31. Was some nice decorations. I know she had one thing, and I forgot it. Maybe in my car, but they had tattoos, which I thought was real cool. The personalized tattoos with her picture on it that you can get stuck on to you, removable, of course. You know. So I thought that was a good adaptation to it, something that I would do for a kids party myself as well. So I thought that'd be cool to do later on, you know. But yeah, man, it was a time. It was a time that was had last night. So big ups to Melody again. Always love, man. Can't wait to get you back in the studio, get back working with this music, and get it back popping. You dig? But until then, salute, love. Uh, Speaking of music, man, where Miss Rory Blaze at? Throw it, throw it, throw it. Hey, she got a hot single, man. Whether she tap in or not, because I know she was busy, and we got our times crossed up. I was in St. Louis time, and I forgot it's Georgia time. It's an hour ahead. I always forget that for some reason, man. That Georgia got like an hour difference. What the fuck is Georgia's like? Eastern time? What the hell is that? Why is it like that? I don't fucking know. But anyway, Southern. Anyway, but yeah, man. So we was an hour thrown off, but hopefully she able to tap back in. But if not, we're gonna make sure we get her back on, play the music, get her a good time to really resonate with the audience, so we can know what she got popping. She's definitely a true go getter. That's why I support her, and my platform's always open for her, because her grind is real, and it's the proof is in the pudding. So if y'all get time, make sure y'all check out Rory Blaze, Throw It, um, the single as well as the remix with K Stylus. I think both of them is dope. The videos been hella dope in that regard, and just been it's been a whole situation. So that's always cool to see, man. Just somebody development in their passion. So I'm always supportive of that. And the music hard. The videos be hard. They be going, man. They go in. So if fellas, it's some eye candy for you. Ladies, it's definitely that the signature twerk music. It's a good time, good party music, man. So tap in to Rory Blaze, man. Got a lot of other hits too. So just check out the catalog. She's been grinding for a minute. I know she just was at the core conventions. I forget where they were at. I want, I don't know. I forgot where they were at this year. I don't want to misquote. But I know DJ Core, man, I've been going to the DJ Core conventions myself for probably over 20 years. So big up to DJ Tony Neal uh, and the rest of the coalition, DJ Coalition, who's put that together and been holding it down for so long, providing a platform for artists to um, practice their craft as well as get noticed, right? So they bring in a lot of big wigs in to look at these artists, and a lot of people get notarized through these channels. I remember back in the day when I when we were doing music with the Young Row movement. Um, we were in line up with Two Chain. That when they was the Duffel Bag Boys. So to see just the transition of them go from there through the same avenues is cool to let you know that this system work. It's not a fake platform. So big up to Tony Neal and them, man, for providing some real shit for people to stand on. And that's what we're trying to do here at My City, My Music as well. Make sure we're providing a platform that's reputable enough for people to promote on, to ensure that brand that is getting represented right when they come here. And that's what we're going to ensure, man, the conversation with Perion. So if y'all looking for good advertisement, make sure you hit us up, and we support the vision. But yeah, man, it's a lot of people with dope talent. The women are doing their thing in the city. Besides Sexy Red, I know we got uh Dora Dollars. I want to misquote her name. I ain't that hip. I just make the shit sound good. But I know she's been doing her thing for a while and got the internet blazing. I know she just wrapped up a video just recently with one of my guys who shoot them. So it's always good to see people doing the things, man. So fellas, y'all might have to, step it up, man. Forget Mike. Y'all definitely gonna have to. These ladies providing more than just guns in the video. They are providing a little more attraction, and that's attractive to us. So me personally, I would like it to go back to the days of the '90s where the videos had storylines and plots as opposed to just a lot of motherfuckers jumping around with guns in the background. Yeah, I think that's kind of played out. So hopefully we can we can get past that and get back to the artistry of developing movies and people being directed with good music. Good looking out, bro. Good and having good directed music. I remember when with the Hype Williams, the Benny Boom videos, man. Those we used to sit back and watch for the box to come on for these videos to drop, and hopefully we be able to provide that same sensation again. That's why I have the piece premiere video spotlight in which we highlight different artists and things like that videos, but I'm making sure that it's videos of quality. You would not get that bullshit played over here. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely are reaching out. We searching and researching for quality videos to play during this countdown. But it's definitely about having that. But uh, respecting the artistry instead of just being a person with a camera, become a director. Be somebody who with a vision, who's plotting out a real video, man. It's an art form. Remember the Michael Jackson videos, man. Listen, Michael Jackson videos was movies. We waited for Michael Jackson videos to drop, nigga, like we was going to the theater. He could literally now he could have dropped motherfucking do you remember the time at the movie theater and sold out. You know what I'm saying? So those type of videos and the anticipation around it is missing, I think, uh, to this fast paced algorithm chase that everybody's on. You don't even get a chance to appreciate the song or the album or anything until you're moving on to the next situation, and you don't build substance that way. And then a lot of people be fly by night, and you look up 10 years from now, and we don't got no one sustaining like the old celebrities did. You know, you got I know me personally, I still go back and look at old videos. I go back and look at old award shows that give me that nostalgic because it's in representation of people that we hold in a special regard. But when you too tangible, accessible, uh, you kind of get thrown off a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you get that same feeling now through the internet making our celebrities so accessible to us. And then some people play into that accessibility, like my dude, Lil Boosie. It work. I mean, I guess it works for him in certain ways because Boosie gonna chase that bag as well. So I guess it's just how you play it. But um, in that feeling of having that artistry, where the celebrity seemed out of reach, the social media makes it a little different. It makes them not more awing to me. Make them a little less awing. I mean, if I ran into me personally, Patti LaBelle in the streets, I would have lost my goddamn mind. You feel me? But now it's like these celebrities. Now you can bump into them and I don't know. Maybe it's the same for those who give a fuck about them in that way. So I can't say that. But yeah, man, just in general, I think just the way that we carry ourselves on these platforms too, man. It's a lot of celebrities, especially when it comes to the younger, the hip hop generation. The celebrities seem so flawed. Well, you can see they flaw so much. Um, like even with the Cardi B Offset situation, they're always in the light with their flaws. It makes them real in that regard, but it also makes them not that awing. You get to see the buffoonish shit that they do, so it kind of lose the value to who they are. For me personally, that's why I try to make sure I always protect the personal life and keep it separate to the person who I put in front of the camera or in front of the business because you don't want that to taint you. And everybody got personal shit. Everybody got things that's going on that ain't public opinion ain't needed. You feel me? So we have to be mindful of that because you can be shaped by public perception of you just by living your regular life. So I try to make sure that we tapped in, man, and we really intentional about things, right? That's the whole thing. I think the what your intentions really uh, depict the outcome. So we making sure we moving with intentions, man, and solid. So that's the whole thing about it. But when you're a celebrity, man, you definitely gotta watch out because we're seeing empires being destroyed by personal life situations. This whole Diddy situation, his empire's been destroyed through his personal uh, lust. You feel me? So these type of things, once the public get hold of it, it can be damaging. It can be your Achilles heel. You know what I'm saying? And bring your whole shit down. The same goes with Shannon Sharp. You know, he exposed himself. He was looking. His public image was a good, goody two shoes. You know what I'm saying? But when we look behind the veil, we saw that he was on some bullshit. So it devalues the brand. So you have to walk that fine line, man, of who you presenting and who you living as. And it's best to be living who you representing. You know, that's when you really ain't got to worry about shit. When you are who you say you are. And oftentimes you get with people when they living in pretense. They got two worlds. You know, you dealing with the shadow puppet. You know, the real them and the box man of them. So we got to deal with that understanding though. But be mindful, man. Be intentional, and that's definitely what I've been at with it. Um, so I think this show it kind of sums up where I've been at in general in my mind. You know, because sometimes people don't show up for you. That's the reality of life, right? Sometimes you don't get motivated. Sometimes you don't have the crowd. So what you gonna do when they don't show up? Do you cease to be? You feel me? You have to be regardless, man. When the people ain't cheering, when the motivation ain't motivating, it's the strategic strategy, it's the discipline that gets you through. It's the carrying on that gets you through. So at the end of the day, this show say a conversation with Perion. So whether I got a guest, whether I'm here by myself, I'm content because I'm always full of content because it's easy to speak truth. It's easy to research for understanding and I know how to pop my shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. But no, man, I've definitely been digging back into myself, man. Been okay with being isolated because I think isolation is key to growth. You know, you need that time where you away from everything and you can just tap into your own purpose. So I think those are much needed situations, man, to have, and that's where I've been living at. So, like I say, this show is just another testament to the reality of what you build yourself for, or you built to sustain when the crowd leave, or you able to carry on when it's just you, you know, and you have to build yourself in a way that it goes just that way, because that's what life bring you, you know, and that's the reality of it. But also, I've been doing a lot of writing. If you know me, you know I'm working on a lot of my books. They'll be being published in a very near future once I put all the I's and T's and shit together, how they say it, right? Dot all my I's and cross all my T's. But one book that I'm finishing is The Wolf, the Sheep, and the Shepherd. It's one of my favorites right now. All the books that I work on are my favorite books, I guess, during the times that I'm working on them. But this is just dealing with identifying character traits that that's helpful and can be damaging to us. The wolf, the sheep, and the shepherd is just that. We all possess these traits. We all are a follower at a point, hoping to be a leader most often. But the philosophy I ensue is that it is a time that we must be the wolf. That's our natural self, and don't feel bad about being in your natural state, because we often depict the wolf as the villain in the story when he's the one who's living in his most truest form, because he's detached from things that pull him into the masses understanding. When we act as sheep, we're acting as the masses with no regard to the end result. But when you in wolf mode, it's strictly to survival. You know what I'm saying? It's a strategic understanding. It's not about being malice. It's about being meaningful, purposeful, because we got to eat. So if you eat these things that's pulling you quickly, will be the mass mentality, which will be the sheeps that you detaching from, whether it's your habits, whether it's relationships, whatever it is that have you in that sheep mentality. You have to detach and become the wolf, so disciplined that you can stand alone in your own conviction. You know, and even oftentimes where we act, we think it's good for us to be the shepherd. It's displaced because we putting others before ourselves, and it can be to a detriment. So, although it's dignified to be the shepherd, it's rewarding, and it's good to be a good leader with dignity, especially if you have a true destination. But to really get the true value of self worth out of this life, I believe that you must, at times, and more often than not, convert to your wolf form, in which you have zero tolerance. You are your conviction, and you unwavering because you're doing anything by any means necessary. And that's the state I'm in right now, man. Get strictly the wolf right now, and it's not out of malice. It's out of intent. It's out of purpose, unwavering, and being not uh, reluctant to be pulled by a sheep mentality, right? Or reluctant to sacrifice with the shepherd mentality at this moment. So, we have to know who we are at all time and know when it's the right time to play a certain part, because it is a time to be the sheep. When you come into new environments, sometimes you're not in a position to lead, so you should follow. It's just about making sure you're following the right things. You should put yourself in a position to be the student at all times. It's blueprints that's been laid for us to follow. We don't have to fall in the hole if you've been told it's a goddamn hole. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that we have to put ourselves in the sheep mentality to get clear understanding. So don't think one is above the other. It's not about the less or the greater. It's about the placement and the precision of to get the true outcome that you're desiring, knowing who to be at certain times, right? So this book coming soon, man. It's gonna be the shit. I'm having fun writing this mug. I think it's purposeful. It's intentional. I know, and I think it's needed at this time to really open our minds to new ideas, to identifying traits that pull us away from our purpose to really get us back on track. And that's the space I've been living in. So, the me to be the best student, I kind of convert into a teacher, just to get the best meaning out of what I do. And this book is therapeutic, and I hope everybody get purpose. It's a clear understanding that I have is writing it. Hope it be understood when y'all read it. So that's one of the things I've been on, man. Just really taking time to analyze, do self work. Doing the self work is really what's going to determine your outcome. We let things change. They say we're living in a parallel universe, right? With multiple dimensions, and there's multiple outcomes to be had. And that's true. And the reason that I know it to be true, because if I tell you something right now, and once I tell you that, then you not knowing it yesterday and knowing it today change your whole tomorrow. You got to know that, right? So your information is so potent, it's capable of changing your outcome. So you have to be very mindful of the information that you let into you. You know what I'm saying? Because it can slowly be changing the end result that you see for yourself. You know, and that's one of the things, being diligent, or being so intentional about the information you do receive that it gives you the outcome that you want. You know, and that's definitely one of the things that um, I've been diving into, man. And trauma. Us people in general, we all deal with all type of trauma, right? But us as black men, the black culture has a trauma that's embedded in our DNA that has to be decoded. If we don't recode, first decode, right? You have to understand what the trauma is, what your trauma is, right? And that has a look to it, and it's different for everybody. So once you identify what your trauma is, it's about recoding it. You have to recode it. To be purposeful, to be painful. Just like Bella was saying on the interview last week, she's been privileged to be able to turn her trauma into money. That's when you got the system, when you broke the curse, when you know how to reprogram the program. You understand? Because don't mistake, man. We are, whether you believe it or not, in something that we are capable of programming, and it comes with knowledge, understanding, and repetition, like anything else. There's no way. You wasn't born an athlete, right? You didn't jump out your mama womb football player. It took some type of programming to make you that. It took some type of repetition to get you to the end result that you needed. And it's no different than anything that we do, right? The repetition is what makes us who we see ourselves to be, right? It's in changing the algorithms, getting the universe to understand this is who we is. So that's what it's about, man. Hey, it's been a moment. We about to wrap this thing up in a minute. About to go to my niece's birthday party. Funny story about my niece and my daughter. They're three, well, yeah, they're 3 days apart. Addison is born uh, on the 11th, and Kai's birthday is on the 14th. Born in the same hospital room, and our brother, wife, our sister-in-law was both of their nurse. So cool story, man. They like sister twin cousins. You know what I'm saying? So we about to go kick it with Addie and play some golf, man. They the golfing father and son dynamic. He love it, she love it. So they fitted probably beat us down on this golf course. They've been practicing. But it's always good, man. These kids grow up so fast. Like I say, just seemed like we was just in the same fucking hospital room just yesterday. Now they both about to turn 7. Our little princesses, man, sister cousins. So that's what it is, man. This whole week, this whole month, it's a big Leo season. So we turning up for the girls. So again, man, to my niece Addison, happy birthday and many, many more. Uh, but until next time, man, we gonna keep it popping. I'm gonna give y'all some music for the ride out and ride that motherfucker out like that.
Money, money.